Yo, what's up guys, it's Tauraxus here and welcome to my first look gameplay of a tiny space adventure. First of all, I want to say thanks to Pixco Dream for the free key to play this game. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and on that note, without further ado, let's play. What is your big brother's, your player name? Let's just go with default. What is little sister's name? Elsa. Okay, so brother's name is Victor. Sister's name is Elsa. Episode 1, An Ordinary Day. Once upon a time, in the vastness of the cosmos, there was a small glimmering planet, a jewel of blue and green called Earth. In its quiet corners, stories of wonder and adventure were waiting to be discovered. This is one of those stories. The next section is a tutorial designed to introduce you to the game's mechanics at a relaxed pace. If you'd like to jump straight into the main story, you can skip ahead to the day when everything changes. What will you do? Let's play the tutorial to learn the basics. Nestled in a peaceful town surrounded by rolling hills and whispering trees, there was a cozy little neighborhood where everyone knew each other. It was the kind of place where the days were gentle and the night held whispers of mystery. Whispers of mystery? Really? Oh, come on, I've been here for years, and the only mystery I've seen is who keeps stealing Miss Jenkins' apples at night. Well, not every mystery is about apples, you know. This town has secrets that even a wise owl like you might not have noticed. Not noticed? Excuse me, I see everything. Nothing escapes these sharp eyes. But if there is a mystery, maybe you should let me solve it. After all, I am the expert here. An expert who sleeps through half the night? Sure, I'll keep that in mind. But let's just say some mysteries are meant to unfold in their own time. Fine. But don't forget to call me if things get really mysterious. I'm just a hoot away. Of course, how could we solve anything without your sharp eyes? In one of these charming homes, nestled in a peaceful neighborhood surrounded by blooming gardens and colorful trees, lived a warm and loving family. At the heart of this family were two siblings, Victor and Elsa. Victor was kind-hearted and responsible, always looking out for his curious little sister Elsa, who filled every corner of the house with laughter and energy. Together they shared a bond as bright as the sunlit mornings that bathed their home. Their loyal dog, Jupiter, stood watch in the backyard, his wooden doghouse tucked under the shade of a sturdy oak tree. Jupiter had a knack for adventure, or at least for chasing squirrels, and was as much a part of the family as anyone else. The house itself stood tall and proud, its blue-painted walls gleaming softly in the morning light. Charming porch with white railings wrapped around the front, while the backyard blossomed with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. The house wasn't just a home, it was a starting point of many small adventures, where every morning held the promise of new discoveries, and every evening ended up with warm stories shared over the kitchen table. This was no ordinary family, and as the sun began to rise, painting the sky with strokes of gold, their story was just about to unfold in the most unexpected way. Wait a second, these kids sound lovely and all, but do they even have parents, you know, like a dad and mom? Of course they do. Their father is a kind and hardworking man, and their mother is loving and always full of ideas. They're the heart of this family, guiding and supporting their children. Sounds like you're just saying that to cover a plot hole. Are you sure you're not making this up as you go? Me? Make things up? Never. Unlike you, who accidentally flies into people's windows at night, I stick to the facts. That was one time, and besides, maybe I was investigating a mystery. You know, like a professional. Of course you were, Sherlock Owl. Now, if we're done here, can I get back to the story? Fine, fine, but don't forget, I'm always watching. For science. In the heart of the peaceful town stood a proud red brick school, its tall windows reflecting the midday sunlight. The building was surrounded by neat walkways, a small parking lot, and colorful trees that swayed gently in the breeze. It was a place full of life where children ran across the playground, laughter echoing between the walls. Inside of one of these classrooms sat Victor, his desk near a bright window overlooking the school's tidy grounds. With his curious mind and thoughtful demeanor, he loved exploring new ideas, especially when his teachers sparked his imagination. For Victor, the school wasn't just a place to learn, it was a canvas for dreams, where each day brought new possibilities. And here he is, our hero, Victor, a bright and curious student who loves learning and exploring new ideas. He's always attentive in class, ready to take on any challenge his teacher gives him. Not only is he successful in his studies, but he's also a great friend, kind, helpful, and always ready to share a laugh. Victor doesn't know it yet, but today something extraordinary is about to happen. Something that will take him far beyond the safety of his classroom and into the adventure of a lifetime. And here we have the teacher, known for her warm smile and endless patience. She's the kind of teacher who makes every lesson come alive, filling the classroom with curiosity and excitement. Always ready to encourage her students, she believes that every question, no matter how small, is the first step toward discovery. And today, her favorite topic, our solar system, has the entire class listening intently. Our solar system is full of incredible wonders. For example, did you know that Venus is the hottest planet, even though Mercury is closer to the Sun? Whoa, really? And here I thought the hottest place was Mr. Abigail's roof in the middle of July. Well, I'm sure Mr. Abigail would agree, but Venus has him beat by a few thousand degrees. Okay, Venus wins this time, but I'm still keeping my vote for Mr. Abigail's roof. Much easier to land on. And Mars, our neighbor, has the tallest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons. It's nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Isn't that incredible? The class sat in awe, some students whispering "wow" to each other. Victor, as always, was listening intently, eager to learn more. Alright, let's start with a question. Which planet is known as a red planet? Raise your hand if you know the answer. The classroom grew lively as some students raised their hands eagerly, while others hesitated, unsure of the answer. Let's raise our hand. Victor confidently raised his hand, hoping to get picked by the teacher. Good enthusiasm, Rebecca. Let's hear from you. Mars, the red planet. That's correct. Mars is indeed a red planet. Well done. Great job, everyone. Now here's another question. Which planet is famous for its beautiful rings? Hands up if you know the answer. The students exchanged glances, some raising their hands eagerly while others seemed more hesitant. Raise hand. Victor raised his hand again, determined to answer this time. Alright, Victor, what do you think? Which planet has beautiful rings? I think it was Neptune. Victor hesitated before saying Jupiter. Close, but not quite. Let's hear from someone else. Saturn. That's correct. Saturn has the most beautiful rings in the solar system. Great job. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done any Cosmo type of things for a while. I mean, school was a very long time ago, so I can't remember the answer. But that being said, I didn't say Jupiter, that's a fact. So why did Victor say Jupiter? Wow. Right, can we actually go back? No, we can't. Great job, everyone. It's wonderful to see how much you've been paying attention. Keep up the great work. Well, I knew all the answers, but I didn't have any fingers to raise, you know. Ha ha ha. What's so funny? It's true. You could have flapped your wings. That might have gotten the teacher's attention. Maybe next time I'll try that. Alright everyone, time for recess. Go and enjoy yourselves. The bell rang, signaling recess. Victor stood up, wondering how to spend his break time. Okay, go to the playground, go to the restroom, or stay in the classroom. Let's stay in the classroom. Victor decided to stay in the classroom, enjoying the quiet while others went outside. The silence was peaceful, with only the faint sounds of students playing outside. Victor, I noticed you decided to stay inside during recess. Everything okay? I just wanted some quiet time. I don't feel like playing today. Victor smiled and nodded. Yes, I just wanted some quiet time to think. That's perfectly fine. Sometimes a little quiet is all we need. How are things at home? Everything going well? Yes, mostly. Oh no, my little sister has this thing about space stories. Space stories? That sounds interesting. What kind of thing? She's obsessed. Every night she wants a new story about astronauts and aliens. I'm surprised she hasn't tried writing her own yet. Well, that sounds like quite the adventure. Who knows, maybe she'll become an astronaut one day. Wait a second, is the great mystery you mentioned earlier somehow related to these space stories? Shh, maybe yes, maybe no. I can't ruin the surprise. Fine, keep your secrets, but if it is about space, I expect to hear a good story when the mystery unfolds. We'll see, Wise Owl, we'll see. Since you're here, how about we work on a little map? Just for fun. Victor nodded and the teacher walked to the chalkboard. The teacher picked up a piece of chalk and began writing a math problem on the board. Alright, let's start. 8 plus question mark equals 18. What number should go in the blank? 10. Victor thought for a moment and answered 10. That's correct. Well done, Victor. Next question. 15 minus equals 7. What's the missing number? That's 8. Victor answered confidently 8. That's right. Great job. Alright, here's another one. 5 times what equals 25? What number goes in the blank? That's 5. Victor thought carefully and said 5. That's absolutely correct. You're doing great. Last one. 12 divided by what equals 4? What number should go in the blank? Victor tried again but missed the answer. Not quite. The correct answer is 3, but good effort. Oh, that was kind of cheat because I did say 3. Wow. Great work, Victor. I'm impressed by your effort. Enjoy the rest of recess. The science lab buzzed with excitement as students gathered around the workstations. Glass beakers and shiny tools reflected the overhead lights, and the faint smell of chemicals lingered in the air. It was the kind of place where discoveries and the occasional mess were made. Alright class, today we're going to learn about chemical reactions, but don't worry, nothing too explosive. Our experiment will show how gases are produced when certain materials react with each other. Watch closely. The teacher placed a glass bottle on a workstation, her movements calm and deliberate. The students leaned in, curiosity lighting up their faces. In this experiment, we'll add vinegar and baking soda to this bottle. When they mix, they'll create carbon dioxide gas, which will inflate the balloon I'm about to attach to the bottle's opening. Wait, so the balloon blows up without us having to blow into it? Exactly, the gas from the reaction will do all the work for us. Inflating a balloon without blowing into it? Now that's cheating. Back in my day, we had to flap our wings for hours just to get the air moving. First, we pour some vinegar into the bottle. This will act as our acid. We carefully pour the liquid, a faint smell of vinegar wafting through the air. Next, we add a baking soda, which is our base. When these two combine, they'll release carbon dioxide gas. So it's like the soda in our drinks. In a way, yes. but this reaction is much faster. Watch closely. The teacher scooped some baking soda into a funnel, letting it slide into the bottle of vinegar. As soon as the two substances met, the mixture began to fizz and bubble. Now, we attach the balloon to the bottle like this. We quickly secure the balloon over the mouth of the bottle. The balloon started to inflate, puffing up as if by magic. Gas from the reaction filled it in seconds, drawing gasps of awe from the students. Whoa, it's like a science magic trick. Magic, science, same thing, right? Except one has fewer rabbits and top hats. The room buzzed with excitement as the teacher smiled at the inflated balloon, clearly pleased with her demonstration. Clapping her hands, alright, now it's your turn. Each group will get a set of materials, and I want you to try the experiment yourselves. If you're unsure, think back to what you just did. Victor watched as the teacher handed out trays of materials to each group. Now it was his turn to gather the items for his team, but which ones did he need? Now let's see who's been paying attention. I bet half of them end up with a mess before they get it right. Select the items you think are needed for experiment. So baking soda, vinegar, balloon, balloon and a bottle. Let's confirm. You selected the right items. Victor confidently placed the chosen materials on the table. His group, Mia and Matthew, leaned in, eager to begin. It was time to see if teamwork really did make the dream work. Alright Victor, you've got the materials, now let's not blow up the lab, okay? Yeah, I've heard about vinegar volcanoes. Let's keep it to just inflating the balloon this time. Relax, I've got this. Let's just follow the steps and make this work. Ready? Ready. Matthew, you hold the bottle steady. I'll handle the vinegar and Victor can add the baking soda. They work together seamlessly, each taking on their role like a well-practiced team. The vinegar poured into the bottle, the baking soda followed, and suddenly the balloon started to inflate with a hiss. It's working, look at it go. We're officially scientists. Should we write this in a journal or something? How about just celebrating we didn't break anything? The balloon swelled up, round and proud, as the group high-fived each other. A moment of victory is shared between friends. Well, look at that. Teamwork, science and zero explosions. I'm actually impressed. It's amazing what happens when everyone works together, isn't it? Sure. But let's be honest, the real winner here is the balloon. It knew its limits. Any bigger and it would have been pop goes the science. Victor couldn't help but laugh at the sight of his friends cheering, the balloon wobbling like a victory flag. In the midst of it all, he realized something. When everyone brought their strengths to the table, anything was possible. The school day slowly wound down as the students moved from one subject to the next. History, math and even a quick spelling test filled the final hours before the bell rang, signaling freedom at last. Backpacks were slung over shoulders, laughter echoed through the hallways and the tired shuffle of feet hinted at the long day behind them. To the narrator, the sweet sound of dismissal. It's like music to their ears, and to mine. Do you know how exhausting it is watching people learn all day? I need a nap. Victor, however, didn't seem tired at all. With a bounce in his step, he waved goodbye to his friends, Matthew and Mia, as they parted ways at the school gates. Calling out, "See you tomorrow, Victor. Try not to let your dog eat your homework again." Teasing, and don't forget, next time I'm winning that memory game. Victor waved back, laughing as their voices faded into the distance. The warm afternoon sun cast long shadows across the quiet streets as he began his walk home. Perched on an invisible branch in the scene. A walk home, huh? Very classic. Oh, let me guess. Then the aliens arrive, and the real space adventure begins, right? No? Still waiting? Amused. Patience, Al. Not every great story begins with aliens crashing out of the sky. Grumbling. Yeah, but at this rate, it's starting to feel like a tiny walking adventure. I'm just saying. Throw me a spaceship or something. Victor, oblivious to the owl's ongoing commentary, continued his steady walk home, his mind wandering from class projects to what might be for dinner. Victor spotted Mr. Harold carrying grocery bags as he walked home from school. "Oh, hello, Victor. Coming back from school?" "Yes, Mr. Harold. Would you like some help with those bags?" "That's very kind of you. How was school today?" "It was interesting. We learned about the solar system today." His eyes lighting up. "The solar system, you say? You know, I used to work at NASA as a space engineer." Ask about his NASA career. "Really? That's amazing. What kind of work did you do there?" "I helped design navigation systems for spacecraft. In fact, I still tinker with some old equipment at home." Just then, one of the bags split open, spilling groceries onto the sidewalk. "Oh dear, all my shopping list is in places. Could you help me arrange them carefully?" "You have to carefully place Mr. Harold's groceries. Can you help him?" Wait, so we need to drag this around. It's kind of like a puzzle. So this goes here. This goes over. Wait. Just move this up. Over here. Like that. That. And like that. Oh, wait. I see. You need to put it in the top left. Lol. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Remarkable work. You have quite steady hands. Here, you deserve this. You won your first cookie. Mr. Harold reached into his pocket and pulled out a carefully wrapped cookie. "My wife's special recipe. She says they're out of this world." He winks. Victor said goodbye to Mr. Harold and continued his walk home, special cookies safely tucked away. As Victor walked down the familiar street toward home, the afternoon sun cast long shadows across the sidewalk. The events of the school day, the experiments, the memory game, helping Mr. Harold still played in his mind. Woof woof, still just barking normally for now. "Ah, there's our furry friend. You know, he's doing a remarkable job of acting like a regular earthly pooch. If only you knew, dear owl, if only you knew." What's of the mysterious tone? Are you trying to foreshadow something? Because if you are, you're about as subtle as a meteor shower. "Hey Jupiter, how's my favorite dog doing? Did you guard the house well today?" Jupiter wagged his tail enthusiastically, circling around Victor with pure joy. For now, he was every bit the ordinary loving family dog. "Big brother, you're finally home. Oh my gosh, you won't believe what I did today." "Let me guess, you built a rocket in the backyard." Giggling. "No, silly, even better. I made cookies, all by myself. Well, Mom helped a little with the oven part, but I mixed everything. And they're shaped like stars and moons and rockets." Stars and moons and rockets. Either this girl is psychic or someone's been heavy-handed with the foreshadowing again. The enthusiasm in Elsa's voice was contagious, her excitement making her practically bounce on her toes. "You have to try them. They're my first batch ever, and I made them extra special. Please, please, please." Except the cookies. "They sound amazing, Elsa, but maybe we should wait until after dinner. Mom always says sweets before dinner are a no-go." Pouting slightly. But they're still warm, and I worked so hard on them. Just one tiny bite." "Tell you what, save me the best one for dessert. That way, I can enjoy it properly. Deal?" "Welcome home, sweetie. I see Elsa already told you about her baking adventure. The kitchen may never be the same, but she was so determined." Looks like someone turned the kitchen into a cookie laboratory. I wonder if she put on a little chef's hat and said, "For science," every time she added chocolate chips. "Hey sport, how was school today?" Learn anything interesting? Actually, yeah. We learned about the solar system today. Did you know Venus is hotter than Mercury, even though Mercury is closer to the Sun? Fascinating, isn't it? It's because of Venus's thick atmosphere, like a blanket that traps heat. Speaking of which, that reminds me of a new cooling system we're developing for the spacecraft at work. Laughing. Oh dear, here we go with the rocket talk again. Now, I have to admit, all the space discussion in the house lately is quite something. First also space-themed cookies, now your school lessons. Is everyone in this family obsessed with space? What's next? Is the goldfish going to turn out to be an alien too? The family chatted happily, sharing stories about their day. The late afternoon sun streamed through the windows, creating a warm, cozy atmosphere, but soon both parents needed some help. Oh Victor, while you're here, I've been trying to reorganize the kitchen after Hurricane Elsa swept through with her baking project. Would you mind helping me put away these dishes? Some are still warm from the dishwasher. I need help with these bookshelves too. I've been trying to organize my engineering manuals, but somehow they've gotten all mixed up with your mom's recipe books and Elsa's storybooks. Hey, my fairy tales about princess astronauts are perfectly scientific. Help your mom. These dishes are like a puzzle. Each one has its perfect spot. Your sister certainly used every bowl we own for her cookie adventure. Looking at the mountain of flour. Wow, she really went all out, didn't she? Chuckling. You should have seen her. Mom, is this enough flour? Mom, can cookies be shaped like spaceships? Mom, do you think aliens like chocolate chips? Wow, we're about to find out about the aliens' taste in cookies sooner than they think. Time to organize the dishes. Okay, so this goes over here. No, wait. This goes over here. This goes over here. This goes over there. That over there. This over that side. And then this over here. There we go. Perfect. You're such a help, sweetie. You know, sometimes I think you got your organization skills from your father. He's always so particular about his rocket blueprints. Victor finally made it to his room, ready for some quiet time. The homework from today's classes wasn't going to do itself after all. Knocking and peeking in. Hey big brother, still not ready for cookie testing? Still doing homework, Elsa, but I promise I'll try them after dinner. They're special, you know. I made them with extra love and some secret ingredients. Secret ingredients? Why do I have a feeling these aren't just regular chocolate chip cookies? If only they knew just how special those cookies would turn out to be. Oh, that reminds me, I need to feed Jupiter. Hey, why don't you let him try one of your special cookies? He's got a sweet tooth, you know. Wait a minute, cookies for dogs? That's normally a big no-no. Regular dogs can't eat cookies, especially chocolate ones. You're right, kids, remember that in real life, cookies and chocolate are not safe for dogs. But, looking puzzled, something tells me Jupiter isn't exactly a regular dog, is he? With a mysterious smile, indeed. Jupiter might just be the only dog in the universe who can safely enjoy cookies. No, that's a story for later. Eyes lighting up. Really? You think Jupiter would like my cookies? I'm sure he would. Come on, let's go see him. As evening approached, Victor headed to the backyard to feed Jupiter. The sky was starting to turn a beautiful shade of orange and pink. Dinner time, Jupiter, come and get it. Woof woof. Extra enthusiastic barking as if saying, finally. Appearing suddenly. Oh, can Jupiter try my cookies too? Dogs like cookies, right? I'm not sure if dogs should eat cookies, Elsa. Just one tiny piece. Pretty please, look at his face, he wants to try them. Before anyone could object, Elsa had already offered Jupiter a small piece. To everyone's surprise, he seemed to absolutely love it. See, Jupiter knows good baking when he tastes it. Now it's your turn, big brother. But before Victor could respond, Mom's voice called from inside. Dinner's ready, everyone. Elsa, did you wash your hands? They were covered in cookie dough earlier. The family gathered around the dinner table, the warm aroma of Mom's cooking filling the air. Elsa, as usual, was full of energy and stories. Oh, I heard a new joke today. Why did the cookie go to the doctor? Because it was feeling crummy? No, because it was feeling crumbly. Giggling, get it? Because cookies crumble? These cookie puns are really taking the biscuit. Get it? Biscuit? Oh, never mind. Speaking of cookies, also, why don't you tell everyone about your baking adventure today? Well, first I had to make them special shapes. No boring round cookies for me. Then I added my secret ingredient. Secret ingredient? Should we be worried? Mysteriously, you'll have to wait and see. But Jupiter approved. Laughing, well, if Jupiter approved, there must be something special. Speaking of Jupiter, has anyone noticed he's been acting a bit different lately? Oh my god, I'm excited. How different? Different? He's just the best dog ever. Nervously, yeah, I didn't see anything different, Dad. Alright, time to clean up. Elsa, help me with the dishes. And I've got some work emails to catch up on. Victor, weren't you saying something about a new game on your tablet? Yeah, it's this cool memory matching game. Want to try it before bed? After dishes, I bet I can beat your high score. Family game time. My memory game is simpler now. Trying to remember which tree branch I slept on. As everyone settled into their evening activities, Victor opened the memory game on his tablet. The game awarded a gold medal for finishing in 6 guesses. Let's see if he can win the medal. Congratulations, you've completed the memory game within 6 attempts. You won gold medal. As night fell and stars began to twinkle outside, everyone prepared for bed. Victor was just getting comfortable under his covers, thinking about the day's events. Thinking, what a day. The science experiment, helping Mr. Harold, Elsa's mysterious cookies. Peace and quiet at last. Now in stories like this, that usually means... Suddenly, a strange humming sound filled the air, followed by an otherworldly glow outside a window. Sitting up, what in the world? The light outside grew brighter, casting eerie shadows that danced across Victor's bedroom walls. It wasn't like any light he'd seen before. It seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Finally, I was wondering when we'd get to the good part. No, I have to say, these aliens have an impeccable time, right at bedtime. Victor rushed to check Elsa's room next door, but found it empty. Her bed hadn't even been slept in. Worried, Elsa, where are you? From downstairs came Jupiter's urgent barking, not his usual friendly bark, but something more alarming. Racing to the backyard, Victor's eyes widened at the impossible sight before him. A small silver UFO hovered in the air, its surface gleaming with strange symbols, and there, caught in a beam of light, he saw his sister. He was almost speechless with astonishment. Running forward, Elsa, no, put her down. But it was too late. The UFO's engines hummed louder, and in a flash of light it zoomed away into the night sky, taking Elsa with it. Staring at the sky, this can't be happening. I must be dreaming. It's not a dream, Victor, and we can still catch them. Jumping back, Jupiter, you can talk, but how? What? With a slight smile, I'm not exactly your average Earth dog. I'm from the Dark Star. Sent here to protect your family. No, I suppose I didn't do a very good job. A talking space dog. Well, that explains why he enjoyed those special cookies so much. Now I have to say, as plot twists go, this one's quite a treat. Quick, follow me. There's something I need to show you. Something I've kept hidden all this time. Hidden? What else could possibly be hidden tonight? Oh, I bet it's something good. A spaceship perhaps? No, knowing dogs, it could just be a really impressive bone collection. Jupiter led Victor to his doghouse, trotting with purpose despite the late hour. The backyard was eerily quiet after the UFO's departure, with only crickets chirping in the distance. You might want to step back a bit. The transformation can be quite impressive. Jupiter placed his paw on a seemingly ordinary patch of ground near his doghouse. Suddenly the earth began to rumble, and the humble doghouse started to transform in ways that defied explanation. Watching in amazement, first my dog talks and now this. The doghouse split apart like an elaborate puzzle box, its walls folding and shifting to reveal something that made Victor's jaw drop. A sleek silver spacecraft that seemed to glow in the moonlight. Welcome to the Cosmic K9 Cruiser. You didn't think I spent all that time in my doghouse just napping, did you? Well, this explains all that digging in the yard, and here I thought he was just really enthusiastic about bones. But how? When? Why? I'm from the Dark Star. We're known throughout the galaxy for our loyalty and advanced spacecraft technology. Now I have to admit, the fire hydrant shaped control panel was my personal touch. The inside of the spacecraft was a marvel of technology. Holographic displays floated in the air, buttons glowed with soft colors, and there was even what appeared to be a treat dispenser in one corner. What about Mom and Dad? They'll notice we're gone. Don't worry, this ship has a temporal displacement field. In other words, we can be back before anyone even knows we left. Now hold on tight. A time-traveling spaceship piloted by a dog. And here I thought the most exciting thing tonight would be watching someone do their homework. The engines hummed to life, glowing with a brilliant blue light. As the ship began to rise, Victor caught one last glimpse of his home below. Don't worry, we'll find her. No, I have to admit, I'm curious about what made those cookies so special. They were definitely out of this world. Literally, it seems. Looking determined, hold on Elsa, we're coming to get you. Episode 2, A Journey to the Dark Star. Anyway guys, this is where I'm going to end this video for now. I'm gonna give this game a 5 out of 5 and I recommend it. It's a visual novel and it seems very interesting. It's the first time I actually heard of a dog being a space dog and using a doghouse as a spaceship. So yeah, I'm actually quite surprised, but overall, this can be a really good story. I'm looking forward to read more about this. With that being said, the link is in the description if you guys want to try out the game. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment down below what you thought of the game, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You can also support me and my channel through my Patreon, buy me a coffee or premium YouTube membership. And on that note, I will see you guys in the next video. So until next time, take care. Bye bye.